Welcome back, everyone, to theCUBE's live coverage of NetApp CONVERGE 2025. I'm your host, Rebecca Knight, alongside Rob Strechay, my co-host and analyst. We're talking to a lot of NetApp's American executives, but NetApp has customers all over the world, Rob.
Absolutely, I mean, a ton. In fact, I mean, it's one of the #1 storage vendors across a number of different countries around the world. And I think, again, there's, especially with AI and the regulations that are changing so much, I think this next guest really can help us understand what it's like to be selling NetApp in that part of the world.
Well, with that, I would like to introduce our next guest. She is Giovanna Sangiorgi, SVP EMEA and Latin America at NetApp. Thank you so much for coming on theCUBE.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
So you are a technology veteran, but you've been with NetApp for about 3 years. Can you start by introducing yourself a little bit and telling us about your role at NetApp?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. So, first, Italian. I cannot deny it. I cannot. It's not a secret. My accent speaks for myself. I joined NetApp 3 years ago, as you said, and I have the responsibility of the organization across Europe, Middle East, and Africa. A region where that I know quite well and help me say diverse. We have everything and the opposite of everything. And starting from the way of doing business, the cultural aspect, to the level of maturity of the market, the ability to invest, the development of the customer themselves. So yes, it is quite an interesting journey. And we have also different go-to-market model, because in some places we are present with our sales organization. In many other places we work through the channel with distributors and partners. So we have everything that you can expect.
Yeah, it would seem like, again, EMEA is definitely out in front, or Europe and EU is definitely out in front of the Americas on the regulation side of things. How do you see that? Because again, you're not just Europe and EU, and how does that play with the Middle East and Africa and some of in Latin America even from that perspective?
You said it. Even if the trend or the main challenges customers are confronting to are more or less the same across the border, it may happen that a specific industry, especially the regulated one, that may have specific needs that are not common to everyone, but the bigger trend are the same. AI is definitely one of the first. And yes, AI and sustainability is probably what characterize more European Union by the rest of the world. And obviously this has a tremendous impact on the choices that the customer needs to do around the data infrastructure. And together with the cybersecurity topic, which is instead a very flat, common topic where everyone has the same need. So under the pressure of this trend, customers need to start to look at their data infrastructure and start engage in a modernization process that can be broader or specific by workload. And obviously, you said it, AI workload in the European Union, when it comes to data accessibility, the way it is used, company must adhere to specific regulation, and we don't have the same requirement in the Middle East, where, by the way, AI is very. But the good thing is that it is a great opportunity. No matter where is the place, it is a great opportunity for us. The intelligent data infrastructure that NetApp offer, with supporting any data, any application, anywhere it is needed, optimized and protected by intelligence, is the solution for all of these challenges.
Do you see, because we were asking Ricardo this about the Americas, is that who you're selling to in these organizations, there's not usually a storage person anymore in that organization. What do you see as the personas or you're selling to in these organizations?
This vary pretty much workload by workload. So as soon as we enter in the AI domain, what is absolutely key now is to start talking with different persona that are more the business. Or in some instances where organizations are big enough, there are AI teams that are created, and these are the people that we need to win the mind of those people. We need to create the trust. And this is definitely one of the transformation we are going through, because clearly in the past we were more get used to speak with the infrastructure people or the storage people.
So finally, you're Italian, as we've established.
Exactly.
Your country leads the world with UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It's known for its fabulous food and wine and rich history, and now a new pope.
Exactly.
How has growing up in Italy and also running your career mainly from Italy, how has that changed your approach or shaped your approach to leadership?
That's an interesting question, because it is not so common being a woman, an Italian woman still living in Italy, to have a responsibility like mine in a multinational company operating in such a vast and broad territory. So I would say definitely that my leadership style has been influenced also by the international experience that I've been doing in the 20 years. But for sure there are a couple of things that comes from my Italian life experience, which is the attention to the detail, the need to protect the legacy. So like at NetApp, there is a big legacy to be protected, which is the relationship with our customer, the trust that the market is placing on NetApp. And so for me, those are key values that I think comes from my life experience in Italy.
Excellent. Giovanna, thank you so much for coming on theCUBE. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much for having me, and have a good day here.
Thank you. I'm Rebecca Knight for Rob Strechay. Stay tuned for more of theCUBE's live coverage of NetApp CONVERGE. You're watching theCUBE, the leader in enterprise tech news and analysis.